everybody, Kaye here on my homestead in Tennessee. Well, it is September the 6th or so. I've lost track. Oh, look who's here. Come here. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. BJ. BJ. Come here. BJ. Oh, big girl. Everybody loves cats that watches my channel. This is BJ, my alpha female. She's got a sister and a brother. Sister's in the house, Patch. Brother is Spot. You'll see them a lot. Okay, be careful, you're close to the road. She's very good about not going in the road like her other sister, Tiger. So, just wanted to point out that I'm growing, I've tried growing Moringa several times, but this is the first time I've gotten this much. I consider this a huge success, and I have been watching Moringa videos all morning, and I watched David the Good, and he's talking about how I might possibly in Zone 7 be able to overwinter these plants. We'll see. I've got two that are very close together, so I don't know if that would work, but anyway, I'm going to try it because I've, not exactly had great success. It's only my fault. They will do well in Zone 7. It will just be an annual. But he is saying that Zone 8 or a 9 and up are absolutely, you're able to overwinter them with, certain precautions. So I am going to take this inside. These little leaves strike me as quite small for what they usually are, but I am going to dry these branches in a cool, dark room that, stays at least 75 degrees for a few weeks. Maybe it probably only take a couple of weeks. And then I'll strip them down. It's just so much easier than trying to put all of this into a dehydrator. And I don't want to bother. So I'm just gonna group this together. There may be two groups here. And hang it upside down and dry it. And then I have those down there, which maybe I'll spread them out or, I don't know, hang them up somehow. But that's my plan. Moringa is also known as the miracle tree or the tree of life. And they say that Moringa could feed the world, the hungry of the world, if it was just available and grown, and maybe if people knew about it. But you can order, if you're not able to grow Moringa, there's all sorts of companies that produce Moringa supplements. So basically what you do is you grind up the dried leaves into a powder. That's what I will be doing. And it's the same as if you bought a package of this online. Of course, if you grow your own, there's a little bug. What is that? It looks kind of like a ladybug. If you grow your own, then you know exactly what's in the package or what's in the jar. And so otherwise, you need to grow from a reputable company. You need to buy from a reputable company. And I can't even think straight because this morning the high is only going to be 76 today, and this morning it was like 62. So I went out and filmed my late boneset and giant ironweed or tall ironweed video. Two things you absolutely want to be growing in your pollinator garden because they bloom in the fall when absolutely there's not another thing blooming in my meadow. And I have a designated meadow which was loaded with flowers in the spring, and there is nothing but dried sticks in there except for late boneset. And I'm going to be collecting a lot more ironweed seeds from a plant that's dried and hopefully growing a lot more ironweed. Ironweed and late boneset are not necessarily medicinal plants. Boneset, different from late boneset. Boneset has a lot of medicinal properties, has been used for centuries. But boneset, it's a different plant, both in the aster family. So you'll want to do your research. And I don't think you'll find anything negative about Moringa being beneficial for your health. health. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, and you just can't go wrong. So all of this probably won't grind down to more than a cup of ground powder, but at least it's a start, right? So I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. Thanks so much for watching this short video. I hope it was helpful and informative, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm out of breath. I just walked up the hill. It always happens. I could have been harvesting this all year, and I thought, okay, how do I do that? And then, you know, there's been so much else going on, and my attention has really been split for a while because of my mother, who still is here, but I don't know for how much longer. So BJ she's like a dog. She followed me. I said, let's go up the hill. She followed me, and she's sitting right here on the edge of the chair. She is the best cat ever. So I could have been harvesting this and saving the leaves all summer, and it grows back so fast. I was going to say, when I first learned about moringa and a lot of tropical plants was when I went to Phoenix, and I started interviewing various gardeners there, and I have a whole playlist about that. I'll put the link right up there if you're interested in Arizona gardens. And my friend Jack Davis, I would plan to go for 2 days, and she would have people lined up, you know, every 2-3 hours. And she would pick me up at the airport, and we'd go straight, and we'd just do like 3 one day. The next day I'd do one at her house, and then 3 more. And it was just amazing. And I have all of those in that playlist if you're interested. But there was the moringa in the Phoenix area just grows like a huge tree. Now, I understand there's a dwarf variety that you can order, the dwarf seeds. I don't think that's what I have. I was given seeds, and there was no mention of that. But Jack had a tree in her Epic Yard Farm 1.0. The base of it was like this big around. And every year she would just take a saw and cut it off straight at eye level. And the whole thing, when I was there, it was like 20-foot canopy. It was just insane. So, you know, if it's in an environment it loves, then boy, watch out. And we went to another family that had a garden, and they had a moringa tree that was 50 feet tall, easily. So I don't want that necessarily, because here it's most likely going to be an annual. I might get lucky. I'm going to try this overwintering thing and see if it works. But of course, it's not going to get that big in a year, but it can grow 10 feet in a year for sure. So you want to account for that. And I hope that's helpful. You noticed where I cut it, I kind of left a few shoots and took the whole top. It's because we're going to get another warm spell. It's going to be 88 next week during the day. And I am hoping, I'm going to experiment and see if this thing keeps growing. Hopefully we'll get some rain. And that's why I didn't cut it all the way off, because it's not time to overwinter here yet.